living from our heart, living from our core, living from our power. We all get more. We are powerful women.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Heart Whispers Summit. I'm Sue Erda. I'm your host for this amazing summit, and I'm so grateful to bring to you these 20 women who are authors of the book, Heart Whispers. And it is a guide really of personal stories, but it's their guide of helping you to be able to listen to your own heart, that innate wisdom that you have, that we all have within us, and how you can use it to design your life, to transform your life, to make shifts, and just really pay attention to so you can have more ease in your life. So that book is coming out on June 22nd. And right now with this summit, we are interviewing all of these authors so you can get to know them and meet them, and they can share their journeys and their stories and some of their passions with you. So today I'm interviewing Amy Budd, and I'm really excited to do this. I love her topic today, which is horses, hearts, and wholeness, healing our hearts and learning to stand on our own magnificence. And Amy will get into more of that with you. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to read a brief introduction of Amy, and then we'll get started talking with her. Amy Budd is the founder of Whole Heart Ranch. She is a certified HeartMath Resilience Advantage trainer and coach, and a certified equine facilitated coach. Amy loves bringing her years of business experience to personal and leadership development, using the emotional intelligence of horses to facilitate change. Amy fully believes animals can both heal and educate humans. Her work on her 40-acre ranch combines working with horses as well as guiding people with HeartMath tools to open, heal, listen to, and trust their own hearts. Healing hearts and evolving souls while on the planet is her chosen path and provides Amy great joy. And Amy, I am happy to talk with you today. How are you doing?
Oh gosh, Sue, thank you so much. Fantastic. And I'm excited to get to be here and hopefully share some heart wisdom.
Yep, absolutely. That's what we're here for. We all have it, and it's about what we do with it and how we listen to it. So I'm excited about that. And what does that mean to you, Amy, listening to your heart? What does it mean, and why is it so important for you and really for all of us right now?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I do think we all have that innate wisdom inside of us. And so for me, listening to your heart really is learning to tap in to that internal guidance, that spiritual self, that higher self, however you want to refer to that. And if we think back on a lot of even religious references or spiritual teachers, almost all of them make reference to the relevance of the heart. And I believe that's where our true, magnificence and the secrets, if you will, lie within each one of us. Unfortunately, I think for humanity, we are in a state, and a lot of people don't like the word evolving, but evolving is just changing. And so I think we are in that state of really having to make some conscious choices and to learn to choose a different path. Our old survival mechanism, we're quite literally, and one of the things when I work with people with HeartMath is an exercise so that they can see how the brain is sometimes not our best friend. Really, our heart is our best friend. And we're wired to the negative. And so I help kind of people walk through this exercise where they can have that awareness and begin to learn that, okay, sometimes the brain is driving the bus, but really it's our heart that we need to shift, tap into, and learn to listen to. And I think, again, we are quite often socially, emotionally conditioned to ignore our feelings and our emotions. And that is our heart's wisdom. That is our body's way of literally communicating with us. And emotions have such great value. It's just learning to choose those positive ones, or what I call your heart qualities. So peace, joy, calmness, courage, compassion. I mean, there's so many heart qualities, but I think we have to learn to choose that so that we can then begin to kind of rewire the brain, get rid of some of the old survival mechanisms, and move into this new, I don't want to say new paradigm. Everybody says new paradigm. I just think it's part of our evolution. But I think when we then can consciously choose then we're actually beginning to contribute to collective consciousness. I think that's when, as a species, we're going to really create a change. The other thing for me that happens, and I think why it's so important right now to help people and to bring this awareness to the fore, is we're quite literally watching all of our old systems, if you will, break down in real time. Our systems of governance are breaking down, our education systems are breaking down, even religions are breaking down, agriculture is breaking down, education. I mean, I could go on all day. And I think when we start to have this intuitiveness that we tap into, this heart space we tap into, that's where then we're going to enhance our brain capacity in a positive way, because we have supercomputers on board. We've just got to learn how to make those connections with the heart and brain in a more effective way. But then that's when I think we're going to have those creative solutions to some of these really big problems that we're currently facing in humanity.
Yes. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And, the word evolution to me, you said some people don't like it. I think that's absolutely, I mean, it's just a fact of life and our spirit life and everything, that we are constantly evolving. If, it's just what it is. Life is an evolutionary process. And so that's wonderful. And I will say, I think more people are becoming, I know more people are becoming more consciously aware of this, and the importance of the heart-brain connection, the heart-to-heart connection that we all have. So I think it's a beautiful thing to watch and participate in. And I think the more that we consciously do it with each other and have more people talking about it, the better it is for our whole planet and people and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Right there with you.
Yep.
And you're
Yeah.
right. We're at a point in time, and it's exciting in some ways. Yes, it's a little bit stressful to be participating in this, and it's exciting at the same time to get to be a part of the solution.
Yep, absolutely. And I know you're a very purposeful woman, Amy, and here we are, and I have a purpose and mission too. I feel that. Do you think that everybody comes here to this planet with a purpose, into this lifetime, purpose and a mission?
Yeah, so another great question. And so on one level, absolutely, unequivocally, yes, I think we all have a purpose, but I think that's a, kind of easy and complex question at the same time. So the short answer, yes, but I think we also have a collective purpose. I don't think we just have a single purpose. It's really funny. I read something recently and it absolutely got my wheels turning. And so if you think about it, humans, we are the only thing on the planet that is a single species. So multiple species of cats, multiple species of fish, dogs, whales, I mean, plants, anything you think about, there are multiple species, but not when it comes to humans. There's only one.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, maybe our purpose, right? And I think oftentimes we get very hung up on, what is my purpose in life? What is my purpose in life? That's a brain quality to me. We're so busy thinking that then we're missing what's right in front of us. Maybe our purpose is something as simple as just exercising compassion and kindness to every single person we interact with.
Hmm.
That's hard.
It sure is sometimes.
We are so divided, and we're living in a time of great divisiveness, and people are being almost pushed into these extremes. And it's like, okay, we're missing the boat. We're missing what's right in front of us. We're actually all the same.
Yep.
This thing I'm in is just a wrapper for what's truly inside of me. And
Yeah.
what's truly inside of me is, I know, a magnificent spiritual being. And really, that being is about just being kind and loving,
Yeah.
passionate.
Yep.
And I think a lot of times, and again, and this for me is where the heart math tools have just been invaluable, is learning to tap into that. There's a lot of knowing around, okay, this is the important part. Yes, this plays a role, but really the heart is, to me, the driver of the whole bus. There's not a lot of how-tos, how to access that and how to really listen and tap into that wisdom. And so again, for me, that's where heart math has just become invaluable, because it's learning to quiet the mind and activate the heart.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. And I love what you said about it being a collective purpose, that yes, we might have our own individual purpose. And I think they change over time. You know, my purpose has been different at different times, depending on who I'm with, not who I'm with, but in my life my life has progressed, you know, things have changed. And I think the collective purpose of, you know, humanity is the same. It's an evolutionary thing and it's changing too. And it's so cool to find our tribe, right? So we all have kind of a same purpose, which is really neat. And then we can, you know, and I'm happy that people do have different purposes and like different things, so that all different areas of life and aspects of our planet are able to be addressed.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when we are in that space, you know, yes, exactly. It's going to show up maybe in a different career path or different modalities or whatever. But when we're moving into that space of heart-centeredness and those heart qualities, I believe that's when our bigger individual purpose shows up.
Yep, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's great.
oftentimes, yeah, our deepest heart desires that we often ignore when we're little children is those first whispers of the heart of like, hey, this is really your path. Start following it.
Yes, I know. And you're going to talk about the horses part. I'm excited to talk about that part too for you, because I know that's you really listening. But let's talk first about people just generally listening to your heart. Do you feel like there are misconceptions that are out there about how you're supposed to listen to your heart?
Oh, absolutely. And I think this ties right back into what we were just talking about. Our brains, God love them, are we overcomplicate everything because we get stuck. You know, we're thinking machines. And so I think many times we're caught in that place of overthinking, and we don't listen to the subtleties, the nudges, and truly the little quiet whispers that the heart gives. I think the heart is very persistent, and I think all of those things keep coming back, you know, around in our path so that ultimately, hopefully, we begin to listen. But I do think that yes, we are oftentimes stuck. And again, one of the things I really work with people with the heart math is exactly that: is learning to quiet the mind. Um, I think for myself personally, it was funny. I came out of the womb horse crazy, literally. I started campaigning for a horse, I think, when I was 3 years old. That was all I ever wanted my whole life. And I finally got my first horse at 12, and I do talk about some of that in the Heart Whispers book. But then as I grew and I got my horse and, you know, got into my teen and, you know, early 20 years, then it was like the mission became, you know, I just want an indoor riding arena so I can ride year round. Well, funny, fast forward to today, and here I am. I have this gorgeous 40-acre property. I have my indoor riding arena. I have my horses, and it's actually become my life's work, is sharing the gift that horses bring to humanity to help that process of really bringing us into a state of physical coherence, but then learning how to tap into that bigger part of ourselves, that heart-centered part of ourselves. So it's, again, I beat myself up for years because I didn't follow the traditional path and what is my purpose and all of those things. But when I allowed all of that to come to me and to unfold and then accepted it and finally said, you know, the big yes to taking on this property, it's amazing. It's amazing how quickly things have come. And it's not without challenges. I don't want to, you know, think that, oh, well, if you listen to your heart, everything's easy. That's not the truth either. But it's extraordinary the people I meet, the changes I get to make. So I think it's a complex puzzle. We're complex beings for sure.
Yep, absolutely. I love this. And so what you are living right now in your life, you are such a powerful manifester, right? So you've had this vision and this dream for all your years, and there you are. You're living your dream, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'd love for you to talk a little bit about heart math. Like, can you tell us, maybe somebody listening doesn't even know what heart math is. Tell us what is heart math and what is the connection between heart math and horses?
Yeah. Well, and again, thank you. You know, the questions are, yeah, all kind of interconnected and there's a lot of overlap there. So, Heart Math, and it's been around, my gosh, the Heart Math Institute's been around, I think, over 30 years now. And I love it because having wanted to be a veterinarian as growing up, I love nerdy science. And so it was really started with a group of scientists wanting to ask bigger questions about what drives our physiology. And so again, we're at a point in time where science and technology has caught up with what used to be thought of as weird. And so the HeartMath Institute has developed basically a technology and a process and has done countless research to really figure out, is it the brain or is it the heart? And what drives our true physiology is the heart. There is more information moving from the heart to the brain than the other way around. And so this idea of self-regulation, and again, I kind of addressed it a little bit a minute ago with we're hardwired to the negative. And so it's becoming aware of, and I don't really like to use the word positive and negative. In HeartMath, we use renewing and depleting. So emotions are great. Emotions are how our body communicates with us. But if you think of yourself like a battery, you're either charging the battery or you're draining the battery. And of course, right now with so much fear and anxiety and stress going on, we're actually depleting the battery. And what HeartMath teaches you is the pause, recognize those differentiators in renewing and depleting emotions, how to do a reset, and then consciously choose a renewing emotion. So then your physiology, your body actually becomes in what's called a coherent state, and you have an energetic alignment in all of your physiological systems. So your nervous system, your hormonal system, your immune system is all in sync. And so we're operating at our best, at our peak. And so that's HeartMath kind of on the surface. What I have found now that I have been, of course, in that community and on that journey myself is my intuition is greatly heightened. I feel that there is much more of an expanse. I'm much more in tune, obviously, with other people's emotional states. And that's exactly what the horses do. Horses have that innate ability built in. That is their survival mechanism. You know, we are dealing with a domesticated prey animal. So if you and I walk up to a deer or a bunny, right, it's going to take off. The horse chooses to stay. But the horse is a master at reading those energetic fields, those emotional states. And so our heart is about the size of our fist. And every time that heart beats, it is sending out an electromagnetic impulse. That electromagnetic impulse can be measured and read. It's about 3 feet around our body. And it's our heart that's sending out that information. And it's our emotional state that is feeding the heart. So quite literally with every heartbeat, we are broadcasting information. And that's what the horses pick up on. And then they have the ability to also kind of mirror and match that energy back. So if I'm working with a team or a group, then whatever shows up is what the horses will help present. On a bigger scale, if we can learn to manage our own emotional and take responsibility for our own emotional state, change how we feed our own field. So if I'm feeding my field positivity and a renewing energetic state, that obviously then is going to help feed the bigger field. So then you can start to think on not just a personal field, a social field, a global field. And that to me is really where things will begin to change.
I love that.
Long answer.
Well, but it's, you know, and it's complicated and it's simple, right? We're holistic beings. Everything is there. The heart-brain connection is huge. And I love that science is really coming more into the energetic part of it and really saying, hey, this is true. This is the way it is. And it's not all woo-woo kind of stuff that people used to think, you know, when we talk about energy medicine or energy healing or things like that. And it really does work. And obviously you're working with corporations even. They bring their teams to you to work with the horses because it works.
Yes, and for me, having been in the business world, and again, I wanted to have as much obviously impact as I can while I'm here on the planet. you know, we've got to do business differently, right? We've just, for me anyway, we've got to have a different level of consciousness when we're dealing with employees and even just, you know, running a business in general. And so that's my hope, is to help elevate and change some of how we do business in the world, because again, that's impacts so many.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Amy, we're near the end of our time. I know you have a gift for our listeners. Would you tell us about that? What is that, and how they can get that gift, and also to be able to connect with you and stay connected?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. And so, yes, anybody that wants to, you know, reach out or follow, probably the website is the easiest path, which is wholeheartranch.com. And on the homepage of the website, you can scroll down. There is a free leadership guide. It's the Ultimate Leadership Guide, Leadership Lessons from Horses, and you can download that for free. You're also more than welcome, if you have questions or would like further information about HeartMath, you can schedule a free introductory consultation. And then as social media, my primary avenue is LinkedIn. And so it's just Amy-Budd on LinkedIn. And I have a picture with my horse, so pretty hard to miss.
I love it. Wonderful. So Amy, any quick final thoughts for our listeners?
You know, yes, I guess trust yourself, trust your own innate wisdom, and trust your heart. It knows everything. You know, the brain thinks, the heart knows.
I love that. Love it. Amy, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you're part of this whole project. I love your story in the book. It's a wonderful story. I know our listeners will love reading that as well. And thank you so much for sharing this information today. You know, HeartMath is important. Listening to our hearts is important. And, you know, you just shared some great stuff with us about how we can do that. So thank you for that. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Sue. I so appreciate getting to be a part of this project. When the offer came up, or the email, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is me. This is my life. So yeah, it's been fun to get to be a part of, and I cherish getting to read the other stories and meet the other co-collaborators in this project.
Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love all of it. It's wonderful. So, and listeners, thank you. You will love the book too. And thank you for listening to this summit. All these amazing authors who have such great things to share, and they're sharing from their heart for you so that you can have more ease in your life as you start listening more and more to your heart and following those nudges and the guidance that is there for you. Be sure to buy this book, Heart Whispers, on launch day, which is June 22nd. When you buy the book, you will go to our website first. It's called heartwhispersbook.com. We will guide you to your Amazon link for your country for that day, where we have a special on June 22nd, which is a 99-cent Kindle book. So for 99 cents, you get the Kindle book. Bring your Amazon receipt number back to the website, and you will be able to get about 40 gifts from our authors and partners. Wonderful gifts, all downloadable, all free for you. And it's wonderful information. So definitely you want that. Get connected to the authors, continue to listen to the summit. And you received an ebook with this when you signed up for the summit, by the way. So be sure to read that ebook, because it's filled with tips from our authors about how you can more easily listen to your heart. Thank you all for being here. I so appreciate you and honor you on your journey of being here on this planet with us together and listening to your heart. So have a beautiful day, everyone. Bye for now.